Namaste. Welcome to day 7. Well done if you did the 6 practices before today's practice, and if you didn't, doesn't matter, you're here now. We'll start today's practice in Vajrasana, and if for any reason this is not a comfortable position, you can come into easy seat. We won't need any props for today's practice, but if you're used to using props, go ahead and grab them now. Whenever you're ready, roll the shoulders up and back once. And soften the gaze or close down the eyes. We take these first few moments to bring attention to the body, to the breath. Let's begin today's practice with a round of cleansing breath, inhaling through the nose and then out through the mouth. And then begin to breathe in and out through the nose, deepening the breath. Lengthening and softening. Three more breaths with that awareness. Final breath. Slowly blink the eyes open. We'll start with few rounds of cow and cat. Bring the hands in cactus. Inhale, push the chest forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Perhaps the chin lifts up. Exhale, tuck the tailbone round the spine. Bring the palms and elbows towards each other. Few more rounds. You could flow with your eyes closed. Inhale, open the chest. And then exhale, round. Come back to neutral spine. Release the pose. We'll come into table. So face any short end of the mat. Wrist underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Perhaps you would want to tap the feet down a little bit. And then we will extend the right leg long. Close the hip. Inhale here. Exhale, knee to nose. 3 more rounds. Inhale, extend. Keep the spine neutral. Exhale, round. Last round. And exhale, round. Inhale, extend the leg again. You could hold here just for a couple of breaths. At the opposite arm, we've done this in our previous class. Balancing table. Inhale. Exhale, release the hand. Release the leg. Other side, extend the left leg long. Close the hip. Lengthen as much as you can. Inhale and exhale, round. Continue. Last one. Extend the leg again. Pause and perhaps adding the opposite arm. Reaching the fingers and the toes in opposite direction. Inhale to stay. Exhale to release. Good job. Maybe shake out the hips side to side a little. And then keeping the knees right under the hips, begin to walk the hands out. We'll come into puppy, Anahatasana. Lowering down on your forehead. This can feel extreme for some of us. If that's the case, you could rest the elbows down. If you want to go deeper into the stretch, you can lengthen the arms forward and lift the elbows off the mat. Final breath. Lifting the head, making your way back to tabletop, and then transitioning into your downward facing dog. Feel free to have any movement that feels good in your down dog, the first one of the practice. We're keeping things simple today. Maybe move a little bit slower. And then find stillness in your down dog for 3 breaths. Prioritizing the length in the spine. And then if the knees have to stay soft, that's totally fine. Heels don't have to touch the mat. Final breath. Bend the knees, slowly begin to walk your feet towards your hands into your forward fold. You can have decent amount of space between your feet, maybe a little wider than hip width. The hands can rest on the mat, or you could find opposite elbows for ragdoll. Have a softness in your knees. Then begin to release in the upper body. You can stay here in stillness or invite movement. Come back center, release the hands down, and then one vertebrae at a time. You're going to come into a standing position, Tadasana. Roll the shoulders back a couple of times once you arrive. Come at the top of the mat, feet hip width apart. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, let's fold forward, hinging from the hips. Inhale, flat back, palms can press into shins or thighs. Exhale, step the right foot back and then come into a low lunge. Arms reach up. Pause here. Inhale. Exhale, right hand comes inside the left foot, left arm reaches up. Revolve your lunge. Inhale, reach the left fingers towards the ceiling. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Another breath. And with control, slowly rise up into your twist. So right hand reaching forward, left reaching back. If this seems tricky on the balance, you can always rest the left hand on the left hip, right hand on the leg. Another breath. Return back to low lunge, hands frame the front foot, and then we are going to try to extend the front leg any amount. The knee doesn't have to straighten. You can curl the toes to feel a little stretch in your left calf. Another breath. Rebend the knee, lift the back knee, and then step back into plank. Pause in your plank. Now from here you could go back to down dog or child's pose, or lower the knees down and then flow through your vinyasa. You can take your chaturanga with your knees up too. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Couple of breaths in down dog. We bend the knees, we make our way to the top of the mat, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold again, and then step the left foot back this time for your low lunge. Might have to adjust the legs, bring the right foot a little to the right side, left knee to the left side, and then arms reach up for your low lunge. Inhale here. Exhale, bring the left hand inside the right leg now. Right arm reaches up. Revolve your lunge. Another breath. With control, rise up for a twist. Left fingers reaching forward, right back. If the neck allows, you can turn the head back to look at the right thumb. You don't have to strain the neck. Then come into lunge again, framing the front foot and then straightening the front leg. You could always crawl the right foot forward a little bit to go deeper. Another breath. Rebend the knee. Optional vinyasa, lifting the back knee, stepping back into plank, knees up or down. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend, and then exhale, down dog. 2 more breaths. Final round. Lower the knees down and then bring the legs out in front of you. We'll come on our backs, but let's do a quick boat pose, active core work. Hands can stay by your side. Bend the knees, relax the shoulders, lean back and slightly tuck the tailbone so that your core is doing the work, and then lift the feet off the mat. The thighs can stay away from you to make the core work more than your legs, your psoas and quads. If you feel comfortable, you can reach the hands towards the legs, but if that's making your back round, keep supporting yourself with the legs. With the hands. You can try lifting the ankles up. Stay strong here for 2 more breaths. And then release, come in the middle of the mat, and let's make our way down on our backs. Let's take figure 4, right ankle on top of left thigh. You can either press into the right inner thigh and stay here for your supine pigeon, or you could grab the back of the left leg or the left shin. Final breath. Release the left foot down. Cactus out the arms or T out the arms if you have the space. Keep the figure 4 and then scoot the hips to the left side. Heel toe the left foot to the left and then drop the knees to the right. Option 2, turn the head over to the left shoulder. Soften the gaze or close down the eyes. We're coming towards the end of our practice. At the end of your exhale, bring the head back center. Release the right foot down first and then lift the knees. It's a little easier that way. You would want to adjust the hips. And then left ankle on top of right thigh. Take any variation. Sometimes we tend to take the deepest option, and there's no harm in backing off if that's what the body is telling you. And same way, knowing when to push ourselves. Another breath. Release the right foot down now. Scoot the hips to the right. Walk the right foot a little to the right side. Drop the knees to the left. A little maneuvering to get into this pose the right way. Turning the head to the right side if that feels okay. Or if this is too extreme on the right outer hip, you can always lower the left foot down next to the right. Final breath. Head comes back center, release the left foot on the mat, lift the knees back up, readjust the hips, bring the feet back. Let's take Purnvayu Muktasana, knees to chest, hands wrap around the shins. Option to lift the head, neck and shoulders. And then hug yourself nice and tight here. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. Setting ourselves up for Shavasana, bringing the feet as wide as the mat. Allow the ankles to splay open. Hands can rest on your belly or your lower ribs. Bringing the awareness back to the breath, slowing it down. Closing off with one final cleansing breath. And sigh out. Completely let go. Relax. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers, your toes. Option for a full body stretch. Roll on to any side and bring yourself up into a seat. You could return back to Vajrasana where we started, or any other comfortable seat. Closing down the eyes, folding the palms in front of the heart as we come to the end. Acknowledging the practice, the effort it took to show up on the mat and to do the practice. Palms to the forehead, bowing, and then rubbing the palms, placing the warm palms around the eyes, the face. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Good job. This doesn't have to end here. Keep coming back one day at a time.